Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast, the show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Iesha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah. Another what's going on, man? Everything cool? Are you sure? All right, man. You the worst. He's the worst. Anyway, another morning, man. We got a great guest in the house this week. We have the Arizona Youth Alliance in the house. Hey, babe, I don't have my tablet. And let's introduce them to the house here. I don't have any information, so I'm going off the top of my head. Let's get it going, man. How you doing? Nice to come to the show.
Good, man. Thank you for having me.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming in. We know it's tough out here, and everybody's really busy. So I'm just waiting for my tablet, man. I don't got any information. Thank you.
Sure.
It's
me too. It's me too.
I'm done without it, man, unfortunately. Yeah, man. So how was your weekend so far?
Oh my goodness. So far so good. I can't complain. So, one day at a time. That's
Yeah,
how we do it.
yeah.
One
You
day
come
at a time.
in with the 49ers had disrespecting everyone.
Come on now.
What you mean? What do you mean?
I represent the home team. You understand? And 49er faithful is something that I am. So
Hey, well,
for
I
sure.
guess we can be wrong. I could be wrong.
It's all good.
Yeah, most definitely. Mr. John Thompson's in the house, man. Arizona Youth Alliance. Sorry about the choppiness. I'm dumb. And the Arizona Youth Alliance is a nonprofit organization designed to engage with the youth and families in need throughout the Valley of Arizona. Now, Mr. John Thompson has came from the what you call it, the Oakland area, right?
Yes,
to
sir.
come out here to
Yes,
to
sir.
help out with the kids and figure out things to keep them out the streets, right?
Yeah, well, in 04, I moved out here with the family at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It was really 07 in which the movement started. 08
Right.
is when I would say the blueprint came to fruition.
Right.
And then I would say it really became official years later.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a lot of underground work that had to be done first.
Right.
It was a lot of things I didn't even know
Mhm.
about having a nonprofit organization. I found out just through being involved in community services, activities,
Mhm.
events, asking questions along the way.
Right.
It was actually a summer food program that I was invited to be a part of, in
Mhm.
which I was totally misled in all the information. And I still was able to be looked at by those that was approving or denying the summer food program
Mhm.
grants,
Mm-hmm.
in which I was denied. And that
Wow.
was actually what started the movement officially, was being that denied.
Man.
I'll never forget that part of it. And I
Mhm.
appreciate the Department of Education from Arizona. I appreciate that denial, because it was because of that denial that I'm
That you
here
was able to
today
start
talking to you.
yeah, man.
Absolutely.
That's real.
Yes,
And
sir.
sometimes losing or not getting the things that you need are the biggest things that get you going. It's the biggest motivators.
Absolutely.
Not taking losing and just sitting there is what's the bad things. Losing and taking that information and making something better and grander is what it's all about.
I learned this in high school. Shout out to all those back home that
Mhm.
is a Berkeley High representative. You understand? There's a coach, a really well-renowned coach, Coach Bob LeBouncer. I hope I didn't mispronounce his last name,
Mhm.
but he's a coach of De La Salle High School,
Okay.
which is one of the most winningest high school programs that I know of.
Mhm.
He had a quote. The last time that they had lost in my time, from like 91 to like 99.
Holy crap.
I believe so. Might
Right.
give or take a year, I might be off, but they was
Wow, that
undefeated
was
for many
wow.
years, right? And they lost their first game in some, I'm gonna say 10-year time frame. And the person interviewing the coach said, how do you feel about this loss?
Mhm.
And he said, a loss is not a loss. a loss is something that did not go right in your program.
Mm-hmm.
That stuck to me back in 1993.
Real, man.
And so, yeah, you may not see the lesson in
Mhm.
losing, but it's so much more you can gain.
That's real.
So I appreciate that for
That's
sure.
real, man. And look what you've become done with it. So that's what it's all about, man. You helping
sir.
out the kids.
Yes, sir.
And that is the number one. Just
Yes, sir.
like Whitney said, I believe the children are the future.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And,
Yes, sir. Yes,
we
sir.
need to let them lead and show us the way, as
Yes,
the
sir.
lyrics go. So
Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm laughing, but this is for real, man. You know what I
By
mean?
all means. By
I
all
mean, we
means.
got too many kids out here dying in these streets, these guns. We got these kids out here struggling, and
Yes.
parents are struggling to
Yes.
make it through the inflation and gas prices and rent prices.
Just
So
a
you
lot.
know it's going to be tough on the kids.
It's a lot.
That's who it lays on.
Absolutely.
So,
It's just a lot going on right now.
Right.
And so the job is just to let those that are less fortunate,
Mm-hmm.
let them understand that we are in this together.
Right.
We don't have to necessarily know each other
Mm-hmm.
for me to offer my services. I thrive off helping those that are in need. Some people just do what they do, and then there's others that are called to do what they do. And so I really feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
So many cases over the last 3 years. This is just like when I tapped into it.
Mm-hmm.
Homelessness
Man.
and shortages of food, hunger,
Man.
right?
Yeah.
Over 1.2 million cases a year for the last 3 years of homelessness and people that have no food.
Man.
And I'm talking about like young adults from teens, like 14 through 21 years old. 1.2 million the last 3 years being homeless or needing food.
It's ridiculous, man.
We got to do more as a people. We just got to do more.
We got to. We can't look to anyone else. We have to do what you do. We have to start an alliance our own self and get shit going. We can't depend on other people to get this going.
I will just piggyback off that for those that feel that they need to wait on politicians, the government. Let me be very clear, and I'll get into the mic to say this part. You do not need to wait on a grant. You do not need to wait on a handout yourself.
That's real.
If you want to help, then go help.
Let's get out
a
there.
lot of people come to me asking, how can I? What do I do? Let me tell you a little story. I did not know what I was doing when I started this, right?
Right.
I have a mental and behavioral health background. So I was actually in case management, just serving the mentally ill, right?
Right.
It was a coworker of mine who told me about this summer food program, okay, in which every year for the low-income communities, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, if you ever see those communities that have free food coming to your communities, you don't know how it got there.
Definitely.
That's how it got there. It's because these organizations, normally churches, they'll come to this event in which they are applying for a grant.
Right.
Okay. And that grant allows each organization so much funding so they can carry out the work in feeding these low-income community children.
Okay.
That's the story I alluded to moments ago when I said I got denied.
Right.
But it was because of that coworker who was like, you need to do this because you just built for it, blah, 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 blah. I got denied that, right? But I didn't stop. That's actually what motivated me to start the work. I did not have a nonprofit when I started. I did not have the biggest support systems. It was myself and 3 other people who believed in just the vision.
Right.
And from there, it was us, as in myself and my 2 other partners. Shout out to Marcus Ellis and Sequoia Island. I'm putting y'all on blast, okay? They were the ones who were digging in their pockets and or making phone calls to other communities asking for donations. So the point is, do something. If you want to do it,
that's real.
Do it.
Stop talking, start doing.
That's it. That's all.
Real, man.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I really wanted to get you on here because, like I said, man, it's a big deal. Not many people are taking their time out of their days to make sure that other people or kids are pointed in the right direction.
Absolutely.
I mean, we all needed it when we were young, you know, and growing up in the 90s, you know, it was tough. We had gangs and every other things that you can deal with it in other situations. And I fell into the wrong holes, and I know many kids did. and we wish that we had someone of your stature that was there to be able to talk to us and try to get us to do the right things. And I think that this is how we make a difference, man. I was going to ask a question though. What was so far as you've been running this alliance?
Sure.
What has been one of the more gratifying situations that you've run into, that you've helped one of these kids to be able to do something maybe that you didn't think at first that you would be able to do?
Our very first event. Okay, so how we do it is we locate a community apartment complex, anything that we feel needs the support.
Okay.
Do our little research, get permission to run the event there,
Mhm.
and then we start promoting the event there, wherever that may be. Our very first event, goes to show how much I did not know. I didn't do my research. I just said, hey, let's go here. Got okay to do it. And then the day of, we're setting up food boxes, events, little activities for the children to come on out. But little did we know, we were in a predominantly all Mexican, Hispanic community. So I'm not the best Spanish speaker in the world.
Right.
You know, so people are coming out looking at what we're doing, and I'm just being ignorant at the time. I'm just so focused on setting everything up.
Right.
Now people are walking up to me, and I'm like, "Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all ready to blah blah blah?" Blah. They looking at me like,
What?
"Hey, pasa."
Right.
I'm like, "Oh no." That was the most embarrassing moment, but also the most gratifying because it was at the end of that event. I mean, we still carried it on.
Okay.
It was the children in that community that was my interpreter.
Wow.
It was those kids in that community
Yeah.
that was so excited. They saw what we brought to them. They wanted to help.
Right.
They was knocking on neighbors' doors for those that didn't come out.
Right.
They were receiving more food than what they bargained for.
That is
To the point, I mean, smiles were like from ear to ear. At first, they looking at us like we're strangers. Who the heck are y'all? To almost in tears when we had to leave.
Right.
Those are the moments,
yeah, man,
that I can't put a price tag on. It's those moments that are so gratifying. You can't even capture them all the time in a picture.
Man.
Sometimes you get the lucky hand trigger to
Right.
get that, but it's just a mental picture that you keep internally for a while. Those kids I know appreciated that so much, from the interaction to the food, to the arts and crafts that we provided for them, to the games we played with them. It was like a 3-hour event. And that was probably one of the most gratifying moments, not to mention it was our first event.
Right.
First ever event. I was stunned. I didn't think it was going to turn out the way it did.
Right.
But it actually came out better than what I thought. So good deal.
That's dope.
Good
And that's what we're talking about. That's what it's all about, man.
Yes, sir.
That's what we do this for, man. Because we want to see the kids smiling. We want to see the kids with the future. We want to see the kids living to be able to do things differently than what we came up doing, man. I think about it all the time, man. We didn't think anything of the things that we were doing as kids, listening to the gangster music. The parents try to tell us where this was going to lead. We didn't want to listen. And now
Rebellious.
that's real. And now as a grown up, we look back at it and we're all like, man, I wish these kids, but now they got the drill music and all these kids getting shot and they're getting killed. What do you think we can do, man, to turn these kids around, to get these kids out of this drill music, this kill music, all the things that they're doing now? What, another guy, another rapper was killed yesterday.
Chicago, right?
Yeah, Chicago.
Yeah,
I forget
saw that.
PDQ or
Right.
I forget the initials.
They
PDQ Cash, one of them.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't want to call him. I'm sorry, I'm calling PDQ, but that's the restaurant. My bad. But
the whole time you saying it, I'm looking at like,
I think
really
it was,
saying.
I think it was, but I might be getting the initials wrong.
What you're saying right
People
now
deserve quality.
Remind me of the interview I watched this morning.
Oh yeah.
And Will Smith was talking about parents just don't understand.
Oh good.
He was like, man, as a parent, we don't need to understand. You know what I'm saying? And as you get older, you get to see, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We don't
have
need,
to understand.
We don't need to understand, because the little things that you kids, we don't realize that little time that we're going through these little changes, it's only like 4 or 5 years, but we think it's so long.
It felt long.
You're gonna be
Those
an
are the
adult
most important
much longer.
years. Those are
They-
the most
they are.
important years that
They are.
parents, and I'm not stepping on nobody's toes. I
Mhm.
myself am a parent,
Right.
a proud parent at that. But and I'm not trying to preach, but this is just the knowledge I have in my field of work outside of this conversation, which is mental behavioral health.
Right.
Birth to 5, from the time the baby comes out the womb until 5 years old, is the most crucial time
That's crazy.
in order for that child to retain information, in order for that child to absorb information.
Mhm.
Them first 0 to 5 is crucial. Okay.
Wow.
From 5 to 12 is when we as parents are supposed to be paying that close attention to our children.
That's real.
I'm not into religion, but in the book, it says that you're supposed to teach your child in the way that you want them to go.
That's real.
Okay. And so, yeah, parents could do a lot
go
better
here.
job of monitoring what their children do, I
Yes.
believe.
Yeah.
And I'm not, again, this is not a shot taken at no parent, but attitude is a reflection of leadership.
That's real.
And so if your parents are young and did not have a good upbringing themselves,
That's real.
they're only going to demonstrate what they themselves know.
Mm-hmm.
My upbringing was not the best.
Mm-hmm.
I am not ashamed to say that I was physically, mentally, emotionally abused
Right.
by my father.
Mm-hmm.
He did what he felt he needed
What
to
he
do.
knew. What he
because
thought.
that's
what
he was taught.
Exactly.
My mom was an enabler,
Mm-hmm.
but she did what she thought was right based upon
What she knew.
what she
Yeah.
knew. But that's not an excuse to allow
exactly.
the
The circle
behaviors
to
to
keep
continue.
going. That's
we
real.
got to stop the cycle
That's
at some
real.
point. So how do we stop all this madness in the world today?
Mm-hmm.
As I alluded to, one day at a time.
That's real.
You know, you got to make a change one day
One
at a time.
That's
What
real.
can you do today that can make something better than it was yesterday?
That's real. And I talk about it so much, man, because it's just a big deal to me, man. I really care about this cycle of violence that we're going through.
Yeah.
And we've all been affected by it. We've
Sure.
all lost people. And
Yes.
to me, it's just the more we lose and the more I read these horrible stories, I know of families and how they're feeling. And right now, the rapper that was killed, he has family.
Yes.
He has people. He has a mother. He has a father. The people who are crying and hurt because this kid is gone.
Yes.
And he was making mistakes and doing crazy stuff, having beefs and shit, whatever they had going on.
Yes.
He still didn't deserve this.
Right.
And we have to figure out another way, man, to get another direction to point these kids. Because it's just sad to keep seeing them going down the same direction. And even these kids he's made it. He was semi-successful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they're so caught in the cycle of violence, they think this is all that really matters. And we have to figure out ways to get that going.
We're glorifying
and changing it. Yes.
Glorifying way too much on
Way
the
too
negative
much,
track,
man. Way too much.
I recall there was a time in which as a child you would look at a weapon like a gun
Mm-hmm.
and really had like the stigma on it, like it was a bad thing to be around.
That's real.
Now it's totally opposite.
Yep.
A gun is something that's glorified. Every music video that I see, for the most part, in the younger crowd,
Definitely.
that's all they talking about is
Yep.
sticks, drums,
Yep.
how many bullets they can catch, how many pistols can they obtain and what they're going to do with these pistols. And these individuals are young teenagers,
Right.
young adults.
Right.
You have to do what you can do as a responsible individual. You can only do what you can do. I'm not here to save the world. I know that I can't save the world, but I can do my part, which is be responsible in my day-to-day interactions with those outside in the community. That's it. That's all.
Amen. That's what we're doing. And and like I said, Habari Entertainment, that's what we're about, man. I don't care what we have to do. I want to bring in everybody who's helping the kids. We had Me Too, right? Or
You Matter Too.
You Matter Too.
Okay, I've heard of
And
them.
yeah, she's a great lady, and she's doing a lot of things. And we want to make
trying
sure
to stop the bullying.
Yeah, trying to stop
kids.
bullying.
Go on, put my
for
plaque up.
kids.
No.
And and then she gave Jimmy a nice plaque for helping kids out, man. And
Represent.
we just got to keep it going, man. And I love that we have so many people that's trying. and we just have to keep the focus on what we're doing. And I think we're going in the right direction. But this is going to be the platform. I don't care. I'll bring them on. We'll do maybe an award show, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the year when we start getting some things building. And I want to do something like how CNN Heroes. I've always wanted to do that. And we do something locally with some people like that, you know, and you and some other people, we should get together and build something like that, man. And just give some kids some notoriety and help them out, man. To get
shout out to all
going.
the organizations and or foundations. I've have been blessed with the opportunity to collaborate with a few of them. Shout out to Mr. Anthony Freeman.
Oh yeah,
of Who I Am
Who I
Foundation.
Am, definitely.
I did receive a message from somebody that tapped in to the invite today.
Okay.
Someone that said that they wanted to talk to me.
Yeah, I think that was you, Matter too.
Yeah, that was you, Matter too.
Listen, my information, I'll drop it below or whenever. I am not hard to find.
Yeah.
Whoever's listening to this cast right now, if you're serious, I'm not interested in very much talking. If you are about business and about action, you would want to get in contact with me so we can collaborate on making a difference in any capacity that we can. For sure.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
I like what you're doing. I love your attitude. And yeah, man, let's get everybody together, man, especially for the kids, man.
They need it.
Yeah, they need it. And what's up?
You want to go to a quick break?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to a quick break, man. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are here with John Thompson of the Arizona Youth Alliance, talking about how we can help the youth get a better day, and what exactly they can do to help support the Phoenix area. Now, through the support of many organizations and individuals, AVA is able to positively impact the lives of disadvantaged youth across the greater Phoenix area. They say they value the relationship between our donors and our organizations. We hope that you will become our partner as well. I love your mission statement and everything that's going on. Can you shout out your website real fast so people can know?
Yes, by all means, www.ArizonaYouthAlliance.org. I did have a Facebook page. But to all the real followers, the loyal members, my page was hacked about 3 weeks ago. And it's an ugly hack too. And so it's quite embarrassing. But if you see this logo that is on your page of requests and you see something that's inappropriate, please believe it wasn't me, right? I don't promote inappropriate things on the social media platform. It's not a part of my recipe. Bad. So I'm reconstructing a new Facebook page, but right now just the website, ArizonaYouthAlliance.org, and then the Instagram at ArizonaYouthAlliance /AYA.
Catch up with them. Support.
Please do.
And what is the future? What do you see for the future of the Arizona Youth Alliance and where you guys are headed for tomorrow?
Wow, that's a good question. I have a lot of ideas in my mind. Pre-pandemic, we had a good momentum going.
Right.
I think what separates Arizona Youth Alliance, AYA, from a lot of other organizations, and this is no shot taken at nobody.
Definitely.
We really interact with the people.
Okay.
I'm not interested in just dropping off resources to the main office and or at your doorstep and then keep it moving. that's like Meals on Wheels or
Right.
some sort of missionary church type of deal.
Right.
And again, no shots taken at nobody. I believe in interacting with the people.
That's real,
right?
man.
And so pre-pandemic, we would do things. Once again, the last bigger event was with Mr. Anthony Freeman.
Okay.
With Who I Am.
Yeah,
we
man.
did an awesome collaboration at this senior citizens condominiums. Grandma's place is what they call it.
Okay.
For grandmothers who are awarded their grandchildren.
Wow.
Only because their biological mothers are not fit. Right. So the city funded this condominium for all of these grandparents.
Wow.
So Anthony and myself brought our organizations together to collaborate on just an event where he brought food, he brought clothing, he brought all types of resources. I brought the games, the activities, our own resources for the children, because I tailor the children for the most part. Some of those pictures and videos is up on my Instagram page. It was a beautiful event. And then shortly after, the pandemic hit. And so the last few months, I think the most recent face-to-face interaction I did was on Thanksgiving, this last Thanksgiving.
Wow.
It's hard.
Yeah, man.
Because of what we're dealing with. And I love everybody, but I love myself more.
Definitely.
You know?
Yeah.
And so just trying to find the safe approach, the most fitting solution to still maintain our integrity, but still keep the mission going. So the future is looking very good, but I have not found the final recipe in how to execute this game plan. Because again, I'm hand to hand. Like how I'm talking to you, I'm not across the street talking to you. We're here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need that same energy from people I serve, because it allows me a good perspective on what is needed.
Definitely.
Versus just dropping something off at your doorstep and I'm doing it for a few hundred more people.
And talking to the people.
I want to know what you're dealing with, so I can go back to my team and see if we can actually help.
Yeah, that's real, man. And I appreciate that, and we definitely think that whatever you need or anything that you need, make sure you reach out to us
anytime.
And we'll make sure, man, we could do whatever you need. We have, if anything you need to do here, let us know. I know it's not the biggest location, but we can help in any ways we can, man, and volunteer if we need, and a lot of things. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
For sure. We are definitely planning. The next event is going to be our water drive for the summer. I just don't know the location quite yet. I'm not into doing just, walking down the streets, passing out water. Shout out to all those groups doing that. Everyone is different.
Definitely.
Our thing is different.
Definitely.
And so I'm trying to just incorporate all the missing pieces. But the water drive is for sure going to be our next event.
Okay.
And then following that is probably going to be the back to school event where we do the backpack drive.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
Getting the school clothes and whatever resources for the kids needed.
Yeah.
So we're definitely, those are our next two projects coming on. You guys can always donate. You guys can always hit the social media platforms in order to get more information, or if you want to contribute in any way that you can.
Definitely.
We are never turning down no one trying to help, for sure.
Well, anytime, man. And when you start those, definitely let us know, because we will definitely let everybody else know to come and visit you guys and give you backpacks and water.
All of
we'll
that.
make sure to donate to help. Definitely.
All of that.
And,
Backpacks for the kids for the school year
all of that.
start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas. We do something. So I'll just keep that in the back of your minds. If you know any other organization doing the same thing,
Definitely.
then just link us together so we can make it a big deal. Toys for Tots, I'm connected with them.
Okay.
And so I have a really good rapport. Shout out to Miss Michelle, West Valley Surprise location. She's awesome. So any amount of kids in the community, we do big orders. I'm not talking about, hey, just give me one gift. No. We make it worth your while.
That's dope.
Okay. So if for families out there planning for these holidays early, just get at me. The sooner you get at me, the better we can prepare and plan. So we can have a better plan.
And that's a big deal, man, because these kids, not getting presents for Christmas. I know that those Toys for Tots is a big deal, man.
Oh,
and not just Toys for Tots. Usually around Christmas time when organizations and alliances are doing Toys for Tots, there is the angel tree.
Yeah, the angel
Yes.
The
tree
angel
also.
tree
Sure.
is usually for children who are in foster care.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
And if you are a parent, a guardian, or anyone who is wanting to donate to the angel tree, all you got to do is just pluck a angel off the tree during the
That's
Christmas
right.
time out of wherever you see one
Oh, okay.
picked up,
Yes.
and it'll have a
Do they
list
do
of
that on the West Coast? I've never
Yeah.
seen it.
they
Yeah.
do it every year.
Really?
Before PV Mall closed, they
Oh,
would
okay,
have
they would
the
have the
big
angel
Christmas
tree up
tree
there.
up in the
Okay.
mall,
Yep.
and it would be filled with little different angels, and you could just go and take one down,
And that
and
would be the person that you could send a present to.
that would be who you would be buying the presents and
Like
the gifts for
sponsoring.
that
Right.
family.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
So and those types of things, those really make a difference in the kids'
Yeah.
lives, because
Absolutely.
as a kid myself,
Mm-hmm.
I remember Angel Tree coming in and knocking on the door and saying, "Hey, such and such and such and such were they were selected this year for Angel Tree Family.
Right.
Here's what we got." Or they would call us prior to the holidays and say, "Hey, what size clothes do you wear?
Right.
Or what are you interested in?"
And those things mean a lot,
and
Absolutely.
especially when you weren't gonna get anything.
Absolutely.
You know, those presents mean a lot. On that
and
that
you
morning.
remember those gifts more
Mhm.
than you remember anything
Yeah,
else
because it's a
that you've
stranger
ever
went out their
Right.
way
Yeah.
to make sure somebody had something.
For sure.
And that's what it's about, man. We really, really appreciate you, Mr. Thompson. And like I said, any endeavors that you have going on in the future, make sure to reach out to us, man. And we're going to make sure we do everything we can to help you.
I appreciate it
yeah,
all.
man.
Hopefully I can come back in a few months, give you guys an update on what is and what's
Mhm.
not. Before I go, I don't like to come to nobody's places empty-handed.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I like to bear gifts if I have them to bear, you know. So I didn't even know how many people was going to be here. So I
Mhm.
apologize if it's not enough. But the first little gift is going to be like a puzzle. It's an actual 252 piece puzzle set.
Dope.
And it's just a picture of all the collage of events that we
Yeah,
have.
man,
You know,
that
so
is
that's for you,
dope.
Mr. Habari. We also I have two of these.
Oh, that is dope, man.
Yeah, for sure. The kids love it, especially when they're bored. I just need to open this, but I'm not
cool,
gonna
man.
waste time doing that.
Check it out.
In this right here, we have two coffee cup mugs for you with our logo on it.
Dope.
Okay, so we got one for you and one for
And
you,
we will
sir.
definitely use them because I definitely
Yeah.
get drunk here every morning.
Every Saturday.
Last but not least, we just have
Go do an unboxing for y'all.
yeah. We
Here
just
y'all
have
go.
our
Oh, that is dope, man. That's nice.
just something to keep, you know, remembering us by a little poster here, you know.
Oh, that's dope. It's going up instantly.
There you go. So
Yeah, man. We going
just for you guys, you know what I'm
Definitely.
saying?
We
I
appreciate
all
that,
the
man.
love. Also, really quick, I gotta shout her out.
Mhm.
Crafts by Christy. For those that don't know, she is a good woman, entrepreneur.
I was going to
mother
ask you about that.
back home. These actually derive. Shout out to my man's Dante Marsh, former
Thank
CFL legend, Hall of Famer in a Canadian Football League. But these are actually football chains. When you do a good deed, like
Oh.
on the defense,
Okay.
you might see like Miami Hurricanes or somebody
Yeah.
when they be trying to brag when they do a good deal.
Yeah.
That's where this originated from.
Okay.
But I saw all these nice tags. I'm like, yo, I gotta get me one.
Right.
And she's like, well, they're usually for football. I said, well, I used to play ball, but now I'm doing something for the kids. And so she took it upon herself, Miss Christie, and she did a hell of a job
Man, it's
at
dope,
creating this
man.
deal. So I told her I definitely would shout her out.
Man.
At Crafts by Christie is her information. And for
Okay.
anybody that did not get that and is interested in looking at one of these here, just hit me up and I'll direct her to you for sure.
Man, that's so dope, man.
I can even get you one, man, brother.
Yeah,
So
man.
this little
Yeah,
podcast,
definitely
you
with
know what I'm
that
saying?
would be
Nah,
dope,
that'd be
bro.
Give him
Yeah.
a 49er one so you can
hey.
don't give him a 49. Don't give him a 49er one.
Hey,
Or-
man,
or
I do-
one with
I like
LeBron
it a
on it.
lot, man.
Okay.
And it's and the kids, they like things like that. You
For
know what I
sure.
mean? So it's
For
definitely
sure.
bring the kids in, man. They love
Yeah.
that type stuff, bro. And like I said, man, don't go nowhere. We're gonna get back into the commercial real quick, and we're gonna do Habari News Weekly.
Okay.
We'll be right back with that. Let's get that going, Jimmy.
For sure.
Habari Entertainment Films present There's Only One Name for News with Damon and Iesha. Habari Live Podcast. Habari Entertainment. A race against time. On a quest for glory. Habari News Weekly, HabariEntertainment.com. Catch us for more. Visit us, HabariEntertainment.com.
Thanks a lot, Jimmy. The worst. But anyway, all right, man. We gonna go ahead and run the intro for Habari News Weekly. You know which one it is?
Yep.
All right. Yo, yo, yo. So Habari News Weekly. This week, I'm talk about one subject that a lot of people right now are having a hard time with. A lot of people are having a hard time paying for things. We got gas prices going up. We got a lot of people trying to just handle being able to pay the day-to-day food and buy babies formula. All these things right now we're having problems with. Now, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they're blaming the president, and that's the easy person to blame. You know, Biden isn't doing enough. So what we're doing this week here is we're gonna talk about some of the things that is causing inflation right now. You know what I mean? We have we was hoping that it was going to start to level off, but we didn't get that for here. So this week in May, it grew to its highest level since 1981 when the CPI, the Consumer Price Index, rose to 8.6% in the month, up from 8.3 in April, exceeding the 8.3 gain economists were expecting. On a month-to-month basis, the CPI rose 1% compared with April, tapping expectations for a 0.7 gain. The May CPI is the latest indicator suggesting that inflation remains elevated, as yet not peaked in the U.S. The S&P 500 initially dropped by nearly 1% on Friday morning, following the disappointing May inflation report. Now, to me, you know, we have to focus on what's really causing these problems, man. I know it's easy to just say the president. I wouldn't care who was in charge right now. We have to focus on why these prices are rising and what is causing these things and what can we do to make it better instead of just pointing fingers. Inflation has increased across the world, unfortunately. Food and energy prices are hitting record highs. The rise has been driven in a large part by pent-up consumer demand after the pandemic, which you guys have to realize the pandemic is a big part of what we're going through as a country right now and as a world, as a nation. And also this Russian invasion of Ukraine is definitely not helping anything when it comes to oil, when it comes to any of the other products that we need to get through, because products are being blocked, things are getting blocked from getting in, people aren't being able to buy things, wars hurt everything. So the U.S. chief economist Paul Donovan explains why inflation is high and when we can expect ease. The monthly food price index from the UN's Food and Agriculture Organization, which tracks prices globally traded food commodities, reported an increase of 12.6% between February and March. So food up 12%. Cereal prices rose by even greater amount of 17.9% over the period. That's crazy. Wheat and coarse grains largely prices have surged because of disruptions in Ukraine, which is one of the largest exporters of these things. So I know it's easy to just say it's the president's fault, but you got to understand that these are a lot of things that's going on in the world that's hurting these things. Ukraine being in this war, they can't get out the coarse grains that they are a big exporter of, and that's a big component of what we need to make sure people are feeding. And if we can't get the produce from there, the price is going to cost more. That's just the way it works, man. Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine has also caused oil prices that were already high due to pent-up consumer demand, past COVID to soar over $110 a barrel. Now that is world price. It's not a nation price. It's not a Biden thing where he can control a private company's price. Oil in America is a private company. It's not ran by the government. Read something, people. It's not ran by the government. It's a private company. They are leaking in. They are raking in private big gains every quarter. They're breaking their records of last quarter with the new quarter profits. You have to see what these people are doing. Their pockets are getting fat. Now,
Yeah, I did see on the news this week that there was a gas station owner
in
the valley here.
Yeah.
He's losing $500 a day
Wow.
because he refuses to raise the prices for his gas.
Right.
He's like, I don't care how much they raise the prices. I'm just going to pay for it because I need it. But I'm not going to raise my prices to my consumers.
Well, we don't want him to see him go broke and lose his business. You know what I mean? It's just a tough situation, man. And what we need to realize is that I hope two things is realized out of this. Number one, we shouldn't depend on these other countries so much for our exports coming with grain, microchips, whatever the hell
Things
it
that we
is.
could manufacture.
Things that we can be
here.
manufacturing in America. We need to stop depending on all these other places to make our products and to make sure that we feed our fucking families. We have to get formula sent in because we can't get enough made. Like, this is ridiculous, man. This is America. We the ones that made World War II. We made tanks and machine guns in minutes. They had ships in minutes.
We can't make milk.
But we can't get milk made. We can't
see,
get
here's the
grains
thing.
in. We can't get the
With the
coarse
formula
grains in that we
shortage,
need. I know it
the
was a lot of
plant-
things that happened.
The
at same
manufacturing
time.
plant that's in the biggest manufacturing plant in the United States
Right.
was shut down
Right.
because
But why
they
is
was
it only-
contaminated.
Why is it only one plant that's manufacturing this?
But see, here's the thing though. Abbott, which is owned by the FDA, is the largest manufacturer of all baby formula.
Like they didn't buy
Regardless of the brand.
They didn't bought everybody else out. So all these brands coming from the same one person because they didn't monopolized it. And now if they fuck up, everybody's fucked.
Right.
And that's the thing that's not supposed to happen.
Also, what
We supposed to
contributes
have
to the
monopoly
formula
rules.
shortage is that not only is Abbott the largest, biggest supplier of the formula, but parents
From
who
WIC.
receive WIC, they purchase 50%
I understand that.
of America's formula.
But if you know those numbers, they know those numbers. Right?
So if those parents are purchasing 50% of the formula, that leaves not very much for parents who can't receive WIC or don't qualify for WIC. We can't go out there and say, hey, because a WIC parent, when they get the WIC check or WIC whatever,
I understand what you're saying.
they can buy up to 20, 30 cans at one time.
Right.
We don't have the
But
money to
that-
purchase 30 cans at one time if they're $20 a can.
I understand that. But that's up to the manufacturers to manufacture more. That's my whole point.
Right.
Is they're
Yeah,
not
it's up to
doing
them
enough.
to manufacture more also.
Yeah.
But at the same time, does WIC have to, do they have to say, okay, well, you have to purchase this much at one time. You have to purchase 20 cans in one WIC check, or because if you don't purchase the full everything that's on that list during that WIC, when you go in, it's not reusable. You can't go back and say, okay, well, I didn't use this. It's a check.
But you
They're
only get
cashing it through.
But you only get it once a month though, right? So it's supposed to last for the whole month.
But it doesn't always. Because a lot of those parents are helping those of us that are affected by the shortage, and they're giving their supply away, or they're selling their supply.
That's a whole different subject. Because like I said, you can't.
But that's
these people
also,
on
it's
WIC, obviously
contributing.
they need the money. They need the food. They don't have other incomes, so they need this. So it's kind of hard to come down on people who are.
I'm not coming down on those people. What I'm saying is that we have to produce more.
Right. Yeah.
Because of those parents who do receive those services are taking a majority of the stock or the supply that's coming in, which is lessening what everyone else is able to purchase.
Yeah.
So that's why we have to increase the supply because of
Yeah.
those reasons.
Right. And that's like I said, the monopoly laws should keep these companies from owning every single Similac, and they own all of them. It's
Mhm.
under one branch. You might get a different label and say, I don't want to go with them. I'm gonna go with, but you're still going with them.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
It's just
And
like with
with
eyeglasses.
they all the one company owns all of them, and they didn't set the fucking prices at extreme highs,
Mhm.
and nobody can get a cheap pair of glasses
Regardless
no
of the
more
distributor you
because
go
they the
through.
ones who owns everything.
Mhm.
That
And
reminds
it's supposed to be monopoly rules against this shit.
you know, you hear that story. That reminds me of that story Shaq was talking about
Mm-hmm.
when a lady came up to him talking about his shoes
Yeah,
were
the price of the
overpriced,
shoes. Yeah, right.
and he was like, he pulled from Reebok,
Yeah.
and he went to Walmart and he put his
Did
shoes
the
in
Shaqs in
Walmart.
Walmart. Yeah, yeah, because he's always been a great businessman, and he doesn't care anything about those things. He's been able to make his business without having $100, $200, $300 shoes.
That's
Right.
nice.
And
he
people
gives
were
to 'em.
really mad that Shaq put his shoes in Walmart.
Very mad. It's
Yeah.
like they feel like he messed up the bag.
Yeah, he
for
was
a lot of
lowering
people.
the prices for
Mhm.
other people who.
They was just a lot of people thought they was like, well, he's gonna be the next FUBU.
Hey, so
Our priorities are messed up
It
as
is,
a
man.
country. You
It
know what I
is.
And
mean?
to me, as a
You're right.
parent, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be going and buying Nikes and Jordans for my toddler to wear when soon as she put the shoes on, they're dirty 30 seconds
Man,
later.
we
Or
don't
too
even want to
small.
start doing. People
Or right, or too small.
She already grew
Right.
out of them before she go up.
and kids,
Not
they don't-
Demi. Not
The
Demi.
kids
Demi
don't-
walking.
kids doesn't want to. They don't want this shit.
No.
They don't want.
They want the shoes
Versace
that light up with
shoes.
Batman and
Right,
Spider-Man
They
on
want
them.
Batman. They won't light up. They don't care about this stuff.
With Princess Fairies and My Little Ponies on them.
You know the one
Right.
thing. I mean, we're off subject, but I hate to see those pictures online when these girls dress up their little kids as grown-ups, and you look at the little baby and it look like he's 20 years old. The clothes that he got on the newest fashions, and it just
Mhm.
looks so crazy to me. But that's what we're going for. But anyway, back on this real fast. We got this extraordinary surge in demand for goods, and that has pushed off inflation because we did actually also see an extraordinary surge in supply of goods. But the demand for goods was so unusual, it overwhelmed the supply. And when demand is greater than supply, you either get shortages or you get price increases. What we had was a mixture of both. But some of that surge of demand pushes up prices. Now that started to fade because, of course, by the end of last year, in a number of countries, consumers' stock of savings had disappeared, so the demand was coming down. We've still got some of that inflation pressure but it's on its way out. If you look at, for example, television prices in the U.S. and or elsewhere, they were rising last year and now they're falling. They've now actually got negative inflation, so we've started to see a correction, but there's still enough of its lingering effects that's adding to the inflation.
I thought Netflix raised their prices.
They did.
They did.
To like 20 something.
Everybody has
$20?
raised their prices.
costs more.
Everything has cost more.
And I can
Because-
almost guarantee you Netflix is not going to decrease
Hell
that
no.
$20 price.
When the companies,
I don't feel
if
like
they face any money increases, they're gonna push that onto the consumers. This is how it
Isn't-
works.
no,
They're not
probably
going to take a loss. You know what I mean? Their mission is to gain money, and if they're losing money, they're going to figure out where they're losing it and try to.
I don't even think at this point, Netflix is the biggest, you know what I'm saying, streaming moneymaker anymore.
Well, I mean,
I think
not.
it's Disney Plus. I think Disney Plus is making a lot of income off of it.
Well, they've been getting hit hard. They've been getting hit hard. Netflix, they took a lot of losses last quarter.
Yeah.
So
They don't. I mean,
And then with Netflix cracking down on people who are password sharing,
Yeah,
like if I
people
give my
didn't like that.
password to my brother or my sister, and
people don't like to
they
be
not-
police, man.
yeah.
Nobody like that shit.
Netflix. I don't know. I feel like you spend more time finding a movie on Netflix than watching one.
Yeah. I think so too. I think sometimes too many options is not a good thing.
Yeah.
They don't have
mean?
really great options on there
Yeah,
either.
and they just went crazy for a little while, just throwing in a whole lot of bullshit. What do you have? You have any stories?
Yeah, I do. So this week in News Weekly, let's talk climate change and ways that not only we as individuals, but
Uh-huh.
states and things like that, and how we can improve on how we're affecting climate change.
Oh, yeah.
In one way, personally, we could, not leave the car running, or instead of going through a drive-through, park the car and go
Yeah,
inside.
California banned because drive-throughs.
Which
A
is
lot of
what?
lot of cities.
drive-through fast food.
Drive-through fast food. They
Really?
Yeah,
you
you have to park your car,
get off
turn
your
it off,
ass and
and
go
go
in.
inside. You have to get up and walk.
lazy ass.
Dang, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I mean, it's not. I'm not. I mean, I don't. Why would I care? I'm in Arizona, but it's more like I'm surprised they did it. You know what I mean? Like I'm more.
Well, they are one of the more stricter states when it comes to emissions and
I
the
thought you was
gas
talking about
emissions.
like drive. Okay, I thought you was talking about like drive-in
They
movie
are
theaters.
driving us to electric cars. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't even be pushing it to electric cars like we are now, because they've set their standards for their emissions so high
that nobody can.
these car companies can't even meet it. So they're like, fuck it, we're just going electric. they can't meet the standards that they want. So we will have electric cars really soon
Definitely.
because of California.
But another way that we could decrease some of the climate change is by installing solar panels, just like we had with eco management systems.
Eating less beef,
Eating less beef, less pork, less animal byproducts in general.
We had your friend come in here and talk about it. Yeah.
So Arizona has now they now have solar fields. Arizona now has solar fields. Over the past decade, the Bureau of Land Management has been working to designate solar energy zones across the Southwest.
Nice.
So each state will have has been trying to find areas that they can transform into these solar fields.
Yeah.
So right now, as it stands, Arizona has 3 designated solar field locations.
That's it.
That's it.
That's retarded.
They are in La Paz County, Yuma County, and there's one in Maricopa County. Just one in each of those counties. So what they're trying to do is each field is 2,000 acres.
Damn, that's huge.
2,000 acres of nothing but solar
panels,
fields. Solar panels. They'll only have to clean them and maintain them, dust them off couple times a year.
But that's jobs, though.
That's jobs.
Right.
That's jobs that's created. They'll also have people that will maintain and do all the tech stuff. So if all that, so that's additional jobs that's going to be coming. But right now, they don't really have a time frame as to when the projects are going to start construction.
That's ridiculous.
Or a completion date, because of the panels themselves are still in development.
Yeah, we're having problems.
I mean, it's still going to be
chips. We have chip shortages.
The chips,
still.
right? So with the panels still being in development, we have the land, we have the designated space.
Right.
We know what we're going to do with this space.
Right.
Not only is it going to save us as individual homeowners or renters or any of that on our electric bills, it's going to save the state.
Man, if
in their electric bills as well.
Right now, as it stands, with the power assumption that with the amount of power that we are consuming, we can have running blackouts any day.
Yes.
Any day. Arizona power people are just sitting there like this. This is how they are. Please. Because they don't have any other ways to go.
Any backups.
And they don't have no backups. And they don't have anything set up for solar.
Right.
Which is ridiculous.
How do we fix this? I don't even know. I just work here, bro.
But that's the thing.
Hoping it don't break.
But that's good, though, that even though they're in that situation where, like, their fingers crossed, I hope this don't happen.
Man.
They're not I don't think they're working fast enough to develop the technology that they do have.
Why would they, when most people have been against a renewable energy?
Right.
I mean,
but when the solar panels they could literally maintain energy for 30 to 40 years.
We should not be running off coal
that we've been running off of for the last 100, 200, 300 years.
It's ridiculous.
And
it's so dumb.
It's almost dried up. We're running out of non-renewable energy sources.
I mean, it's dumb. We knew when we started it, we couldn't use this forever. And there's people still fighting to keep the shit going. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. But I appreciate the story, Mama. Let's move on to Comic Book Corner real fast. This week we got Miss Marvel coming out. I thought, man, watching Miss Marvel is really kiddie. You know what I mean? It reminds me of like a Saved by the Bells for superheroes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it really reminded me of. And I mean, it's okay, man. I'm not really
They
gonna
they
I'm
said
not
it.
gonna bash the show or
They said it was
anything.
more of a coming of age type of show.
It is. It definitely is, man. It's just corny. It's just kind of corny. But I like the direction that they're going with everything. You know what I mean? She's a different character than making it for the young kids.
The vibe that I got from it was kind of similar to the vibe that I got when I watched Red, Turning Red.
What's that? I don't even know what that is.
It's another Disney show. It's a
Oh.
Disney movie called
Oh,
Turning
that
Red.
Turning Red. That when she turned into that fox thing.
When she turned into the fox, the red fox.
Or was that a bear? It's a panda bear. It's a red.
It's a red
panda.
It's red panda.
Yeah.
So that's the type of feel that I got off of Kamala Khan versus Turning Red, because it's such a, even though the Turning Red and her turning into this big red panda,
She was
whatever,
coming of age.
she was getting her menstrual cycle.
Right.
That's what the movie was about.
I
Her
don't-
coming of an adult in
Right.
their culture.
I'm definitely never watching this movie.
I already watched it.
Thank you for sharing.
Right.
I will not watch it.
It's a special way of saying she's getting
It's
a hot period.
her
Right,
red-
it's a
her red
special way.
panda.
Right,
A
Red.
panda.
Aunt Flo's
Wow.
coming
Turning red.
around.
Wow.
Turning
Right.
red. That's the good way.
Right.
Like when she get too excited, she turns into it. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
okay.
wow.
It's
Right.
just
You know
basically saying that she's a hormonal teenager.
Yeah,
She's hormonal. She doesn't really know how to control her feelings as a teenager. And that's kind of the vibe that I got off of that first episode of Kamala Khan.
Those that show is also Eastern Asian people. And this
Exactly.
one right here is also very, very Asian. I
And
think
they're very
They're
traditional and
Pakistani, right? Yeah, they're Pakistani.
Muslim is
They're Pakistani.
yeah,
That's
the Middle Eastern.
you don't want to say they're Indian because I think the Pakistanis and the Indians hate each other's guts. But
Very much so.
yeah, very much so. But
That's
hey,
the
they're still
vibe that I
Asian.
really got from it, because Kamala Khan is really in her head, like, oh, I'm really going through a lot of
It's
this stuff. And
another
I really
movie.
don't think my parents really
I can't-
understand where I'm going, where I'm coming from, and
Yeah.
how I'm feeling in this
Right.
situation.
Parents never understand. But what I'm saying is the drawing and the art
Mhm.
and the stuff they be doing on the buildings. That is
Very
from
kiddie.
somewhere. Where is that from? I can't think what.
It remind
movie
me
it's
of
from. It's another
Into the
movie that
Spider-Verse.
did-
Yeah.
No,
Into the Spider-Verse did that. They did all the art on the
Oh.
walls, and as he
It's
was passing
something else
through.
it's something else they're copying, but I don't remember what it is. But
It's a Disney movie that they're copying when they did that.
when I was watching Obi-Wan, another good show. I think it's okay. I like how they doing Darth. I'm still not seeing why everybody's hating on the one chick. I mean, she's getting better. She's growing on me. I do think she's it's kind of hard. Everybody's saying it's kind of hard to see her as a bad person. I see that a little bit, you know what I mean, because she don't look as evil as the other
Right.
evil people. But
She doesn't have that true mean
yeah,
mug
and she don't talk like the other
Right.
people, but I think she's doing a good job, man.
I know I'm late, real quick,
Mm-hmm.
but Moon Knight is good.
Wow.
It is. It's really
I think
good.
we
But
talked about that like 3 months ago.
man,
You said what?
Moon Knight is good.
Moon Knight.
Moon
Yeah.
Knight, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said moonlight. I was about to be like, bruh. Jesus.
Bodies.
Yeah, Moon
him. Yeah.
Moon Knight is pretty dope, man.
But
you liking it though, huh?
episode 5 confused me a little bit.
Well, it's a lot of them are confusing.
The Asylum episode confused me because
Yeah.
I was like, I was confused on like what was really
Right,
real or
right.
not.
Like I was too.
I'm
still confused.
I'm watching it. I'm like, wait, what?
Is that in his head? I don't. I'm thinking.
Then-
I don't know.
Then like the plot twist of like Steven is the side character and Mark is like the main guy. I was
Right.
like, wait a minute.
Right.
Like I didn't see. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
crazy. It was
There's
crazy.
gonna be another twist at the end too. It's gonna be crazy. You're gonna be like, wow, what? So that is Comic Book Corner for the week. Right on. And let's get into Habari Sports real fast. We're gonna talk about the finals last night. The Warriors were able to come back and win in Boston to even the series. Look like they've taken a stranglehold on the series, having 2 games of the last 3 in Golden State.
Nico didn't look like he liked that too much when you
I
said
didn't.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't like it either.
Golden State, hey, Golden State, big W. You know what I'm saying? City of the Doves. You know what I mean?
Hey, they pulled it out, man. Watching the first
Steph Curry came in
the
clutch.
first three
First 3
quarters
minutes, I thought
and
it was a
about
wrap.
I thought it was
I
over.
like Celtics
For
about
real.
to really do some
They
damage.
was fucking the
But
ball
then,
up.
but then I
man.
saw that Steph 3 when he
Ah,
just throws it
yeah.
up and
And
do
it
like
went
little
in.
kid
I was
stuff.
like, what
Like,
the
so
hell?
What did Mike?
So-
What Mike Epps say? He said
Right, he
Steph
play
Curry
like,
be out
like
there.
a kid.
Yeah, he be
Just
playing
throw
out
the
there like a
ball.
10-year-old. He be
Right.
out there playing like a 10-year-old. He
He
just be skipping down court.
Man, how the fuck did that go in, man?
I saw-
don't know.
You know, but anyway, I saw the highlights on Instagram.
Yeah,
I'm scrolling through Instagram, and I see him like he dribbled around Jason Tatum, then he dribbled around Jaylen Brown, then he threw it up and he
Mhm.
got a foul, a 4-point play. I
Yeah,
was
that
like,
one, I was like, I
bro.
don't know how that went.
I was like, oh my
I swear I
gosh.
don't know how that went. I'm like, how the fuck did that
Dog,
go
I can
in,
barely.
dog?
It's hard. It's confused. It's hard to make a three just standing
Man.
straight up.
Some
Right.
people are just special though.
Man.
Some people have
He's-
like the build, the prototype, right? He does not have that built, but his shot is something we've never seen before.
That's
And there's some great shooters.
crazy.
man.
There's some great shooters in our
Nah,
history,
but
he's just
he's
different.
another level, man.
The whole different breed.
Oh no, I mean he has the thing about that makes him doper than Reggie Miller was Reggie Miller could only get his 3-point shot off one way.
Mhm.
And that was off screens, off ball screens. He had to work really hard to get off one fucking three. Curry does that also. He
But
comes off screens,
he's
he
like-
run off screens, but he can also get his shot off the dribble.
He
Yeah.
created
And
his own
something
shot.
that,
Like
that Reggie could not do. He could not
Oh
make
no.
his dribble and step back and then shoot a
Facts.
three.
Oh
Reggie
no,
couldn't do
he
that.
see me on 2K. He's
Trash.
2K. All I need to do is dribble, and shoot a three, and he goes
Man,
in.
the boy ball handling is ridiculous.
Crazy.
So
He's not the
man.
best ball handler in the league, but you know what I'm saying.
hey,
I think
get what he
to me,
needs to get
Kyrie
done,
Irving
for
is.
sure. Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Kyrie
sure.
Irving is something
sure.
just
yeah,
different.
But Steph has a good
Yeah, he
ball handling to fit his game.
definitely.
like
That's what
he's
works.
more like I don't want to say he's shifty, but it's like he go then like he'll like burst out. Like he
He's-
goes like, you know what I'm
He
saying?
just, I mean, and then being able to shoot helps a lot
It does.
because you can't. He has a, you can't really get too
Like you can't get
too up on him because you want to get up on him because he's going to shoot.
Then
Then
he's gonna, like,
he's
run
going to be able
past
to
you.
come past you because you got to protect the shot.
Mhm.
You know
you
what I mean?
can't
And-
slack off because he's gonna shoot
right,
it.
and that's
It's-
how he gets to the hole for those little floaters and those little layups. You like, man, how do you even get past him? Because
it's
But
crazy because
got-
like
If you play D on him, I've seen it.
yeah,
When even yesterday in the beginning of the
yeah,
game,
yeah.
Horford with his big body self,
He stayed with
he
him
was able
in that
and
play.
he doesn't do good even in the finals. What's this, the 16 finals against the Cavs?
Yeah,
When K Love
Mhm.
applied that pressure,
yeah.
he doesn't do the best. All
You
the
would
time
think in
under
those
pressure.
situations he would be able to get those big men.
I don't think
sent
he's
around
I don't
somewhere,
think
but,
Steph is super well, he's clutch, but he's you know what I'm saying?
hey man, this finals,
Best
if he,
shooter I've ever
clutch.
seen,
if he pulls
hands
it out
down.
this finals, man,
Oh,
we
man.
we got to give it to him.
Best shooter in the world. I'm
Man,
gonna leave it at that. I ain't
definitely.
gonna say
He-
the best player in the world. I ain't gonna do that.
Hey man, I said it. We got to start talking about him
Being up there.
Above
being,
LeBron.
Hey,
See, here y'all go picking names again. Y'all need to stop hating on the Kane, man. Stop that.
I mean, y'all see the
Oh.
jersey on.
Y'all know it's just gonna be me that said it, right? I'm just gonna say what everybody in here thinking.
Smack LeBron up, what 3 times head to head. He is not going to be the individual player LeBron is because LeBron, more rebounds, more blocks, more assists.
Everything big body.
He's he's definitely not going to be that. But you
I mean,
have
it's
to
crazy.
put him
In that conversation.
In that conversation, because 4 championships, he's led his team to 2 for sure. KD
Without
made
KD.
without KD,
Right.
and you're going to give him the MVP this year. There's no choice. At 40-point games, pretty much every game he's played this series. If he wins it, he's going to be the MVP. And he already has 3 league MVPs.
He's a star, man.
The dude
bottom
is
line.
and has
hey,
a
man,
unanimous
Bottom line.
man. You got to
what?
put him up there, one of the best point guards ever.
the first player to have a unanimous MVP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, the dude, hey man. And
That's
I'm not
crazy.
gonna lie to you. I didn't think he was gonna do all this with all this jump shooting shit. I'm just not used to
Because
it.
he came in the league with like bad ankles and
Little body.
Just know you can't win shooting jumpers, man. I never seen that.
You change that.
Change that, man.
Man, look, I
Okay.
took a
Nobody win when you got to get to the hole, man. Get it to the
at
thick, man.
the other day at EOS.
you know.
I took a jump shot. And everyone was like, man, somebody come up to me and whisper past. He goes, man, Stephen on the game. I'm like, man, I took a shot.
Yeah, because you 6'4" and you think you 6'2". You 6'4".
But 6'4" is
You
like
think you
point guard.
Steph.
6'4" is point guard size in the NBA.
No, man.
That's
I
like
tell you, they
Kyrie
always
size.
giving people 2 inches, man.
I would just like to kill the beef with trying to compare great players to
Yeah.
great players. At the end of the day,
Everybody
there are
They
certain
all
eras
did
of
something
great-
that's gonna
It's
change
just
the
a
game.
conversation.
But it gets more than just a conversation.
Right.
In which that's when I have to be like, man, it's not that serious.
It's
Jordan will
Mhm.
always be the GOAT because he got 6 rings,
Yeah.
undefeated in the
yeah,
finals, right?
Yeah, man.
And let's just, why does not people talk about Russell with his
Oh, right,
11
11
rings,
rings.
right? Because it's a
Because it was
different
in
time.
1920 something.
But see, that's the difference. So from Russell's time
Mhm.
to Jordan getting 6,
Right.
to LeBron being where he is now,
Mhm.
the comparisons are not the same. You
I
can
told
sit here and say Bill Russell's time was
Right.
different, so we're
It's-
not going to count
It's
that.
hard to
Those
compare
players
game is
are
evolu-
great
has
of the
evolved.
eras
The
they
eras.
played
That's what they
in.
say.
Just leave it at that.
Right.
and I told and I,
Just
They're
respect
great for the
greatness.
era they played
But
in.
now though, dog,
I told
who is going to be if the LeBron comes out with less rings
Mhm.
than Steph
Mhm.
in this era?
Mhm.
How can you say that LeBron is the best player of this era if this kid who came in after LeBron surpasses him,
But
beats
that's the
him in the
whole
game?
conversation. What are we going?
We're going to
off
talk about
of?
this era. It's a conversation, man.
This season. LeBron is going to become the scoring champion.
He
So
will.
now what?
He definitely will.
What are we judging off of? Are we just going off of rings?
I'm
we
not
going
going off.
shots?
I'm not going off of that
I
because
just
Karl
respect
Malone is in
greatness.
second place, so I'm not going
Right.
off that.
I just like greatness.
Not
I like
anymore.
talent. You got skills. You
No,
got
but
skills.
he's in third place, right?
Yeah, third
he's in
place.
third place.
Now.
So that's a longevity award to me. Those type stats. This is longevity, and LeBron, when it comes to longevity,
He definitely has
he
that.
Definitely has that. There's not too many people
Don't he-
who has been
I
able
forgot,
to
I
play
think-
from 18 to 40 and be good.
At that level.
Definitely.
And I think somebody
There's no
said
question on that.
I don't know if it was him or I'm thinking of Russell. What his name? Russell something.
Mhm.
That played for the Seahawks.
Oh, Wilson?
Yeah,
Wilson.
Russell Wilson. Either one of those two split. Like they said, they spent $1 million
On their body
On
every
their
year.
body.
Yeah.
Sure.
They do.
Yeah.
He does.
Like,
Both of them
got
do.
to.
and it's crazy. Like, first of all, to have that money just for your body, type of thing.
Right, but he's spending that and still you're a billionaire, so it's
Right,
not hurting.
right.
Well,
Right.
spending that got you the billion. So,
Right.
I would do the same
That's
thing
real.
if it was gonna.
That's
you
real,
know,
man. And you can't take nothing away from anything that he's done off court, man.
Like
because
I tell
the guy is amazing.
I think I told Unc, I don't know if you remember me telling you this, but it's just the type of Jordan played with more physical players,
Mhm, mhm.
and you know what I'm saying. And I feel like LeBron played with more skilled
players.
Played
Definitely.
against
They
more
can
skilled players.
handle the ball better,
They do
can
so
shoot
much
better.
more. They do so much,
but
you know
they
what I'm
don't
saying?
think the game better as the
the
90s do.
rules changed,
Definitely.
folks. Like again,
The
it's
eras
so
and the
different.
rules.
It's just so many different things that you can compare to.
Mhm.
Let's just respect greatness for what it is.
That's real.
And there's some great players that don't get their flowers.
Mhm,
So I'm just gonna leave it, whether sports at all,
mhm.
any sport. If you're good, you good. And
That's
I'm just
real.
gonna give you your flowers while you on the court or on the field or on the ring or whatever you do, you know?
Yeah, that's definitely. But hey, we're here to argue. So.
Love to do
it. We're gonna go into what we call trivia for loot
You got
now.
Hollywood hot mess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my bad. Let's go into Hollywood hot mess right fast. Who gets the womp womp this week?
This week, getting the womp womp would be Todd and Julie Chrisley of Chrisley Knows Best. Both, they are husband and wife of reality show Chrisley Knows Best. Both are facing 30 years each in jail
What?
for conspiracy to commit bank fraud,
Damn.
conspiracy to defraud the United States, and tax fraud.
Damn.
Julie, the wife, has been convicted of conspiracy to commit bank fraud, conspiracy to
Wait, that was
defraud the
just him
United
the first-
States, and tax fraud.
God damn.
That's crazy.
Entertainment news.
She is also charged with wire fraud and obstruction of justice.
God damn. They wanted that money, man.
And their accountant
He going to
has
jail too.
also been charged
He the
and convicted.
Damn, man, they wasn't playing, man.
They were not playing.
They coming for you, boys.
But this week, Todd Chrisley was seen for the very first time since they were convicted in the 2019 indictment.
Mhm.
There was an additional indictment that came out in February, which all led to them now facing 30 years.
30 fucking years.
30 years. Yep.
Hey, do we want to talk about Mr. Harvey's daughter this week?
She can get the womp womp too.
I mean,
Just she gets one of those.
what is she doing, man?
She's a hoe. Oh, she's a hoe.
Hey, I don't know.
I hate to. I want to sing the song. I want to sing that song.
There's some hoes in this house.
No,
There's some hoes in this house.
no.
The thing I was
Yo
saying, though,
Yo
bro.
Gotti song. I'm a hoe. I know. Yep. Right
That's
there.
not Yo Gotti.
That
That's
is-
Willie D.
No, that's
That's
Yo.
Willie D, man. I know-
Originally, but there's a
that's
Yo
Willie
Gotti
D.
song that I know.
Okay, Yo Gotti copied Willie D.
Yeah,
but hey, well, my
right
thing
there.
is, dog, is this, man.
She need to be more like
She-
Taraji P. Henson. I'm sorry.
She is dating some of the best black men that America has to offer, and she's dumping them.
For somebody that's poor. No,
What are
sorry.
you gonna do next? That's what I've been trying to figure out.
Did he?
I don't care how many you date.
Did
That's your
he?
thing.
His son.
But what I'm saying is, if you has dated some of the richest, most famous black men in America.
Michael B. Jordan.
Hey,
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan is like the hottest thing
That's
in
what
the
I'm
world
saying.
right now.
Right.
That's what I'm
If you can't
saying.
figure
Right,
that
I ain't
out.
gonna lie to you.
What
Like,
the fuck are you
hey,
gonna
ever
do?
since Bro came out,
Hey,
Dude, I'm
he made it
sorry.
harder for everybody
I
else.
swear, like, right. And I'm not
He
hating
made-
on him.
he made it harder for
He
everybody
made life
else.
difficult for us. Right?
Hey, bro.
That's a fine. I'm sorry. You might be mad at me, but that's a fine ass motherfucking brother right there.
I
For
done heard
her to
that
be
so
going out
much.
dumping him
Listen, I didn't heard
and doing
that so
him the way
much.
she did.
I just accept it. Okay,
Hey.
brother, fine. Let's move on now.
Right,
okay?
hey, there's good looking women, there's good looking men. I don't do whatever. Everybody, there's good looking people. I know who people.
But
look good.
man,
That's
he made
fine.
it hard for
But
us.
one of my thing is this:
Difficult.
how are you dumping these men? What are you gonna choose?
She probably
next?
gonna go out there and find
She
a
has a
little-
problem with commitment.
But I'm saying though, dog. The only thing is you gotta take Obama. I mean, you can't go she's got the best we had to offer. What are you gonna do now?
white man.
You can only go down. You can only go down from here. I'm sorry.
Yo, speaking of which, on my Facebook, excuse me, did you guys get the clip of they talking bad about Dale Curry's father?
Because he was with that white woman the other
That's
day.
his girlfriend, right?
Okay.
And so then they was bagging on him pretty bad. They were
Mhm.
like, "Oh, he traded in a Lamborghini for."
They broke up, man. What can you do?
right? But they judging him based
Right.
upon what she looked like. But then you saw a picture of his ex's new guy. Come to find out, they're dating each other's exes.
Wow.
So Dale's girl used to date
Her ex, her current dude.
Yeah, and they
Wow.
got pictures of them in the game yesterday and pictures of the exes together. I
Wow.
was just like, that's crazy.
crazy.
Small world. I don't even know if y'all was all in the foursome one day. Or
Hey,
what. I don't even know.
that's some Kanye West, Pete Davidson shit right there. Because Kanye West dated what's her name that Pete Davidson was dating
That's why he did it. Just
Just
to
to-
do that.
yeah,
just to
just-
get
yeah,
motherfuckers
yeah.
back.
Julia Fox.
Yeah.
Julia
Right.
Fox.
I didn't
Hey.
like that.
Kanye was out there trying to be shiesty, trying to be.
Right.
You don't
Him and
gotta
his new
try.
chick, they just broke up.
He doing a good job.
right.
Pete Davidson, the one I'm worried about.
And he out there holding
you weird,
holding
man.
hands with Kanye
Kanye
kids.
up.
You're weird, dude. Like you're weird.
And then got the kids' names tattooed on
his
him.
neck. Like for real, if I didn't know the dude,
And got Kim's name
I
branded on him.
understand. You know what I mean? You come
Oh,
into that
damn, is
situation.
true.
But if you know Kanye and you win it, that's weird.
There was an interview. He was
That's
literally
weird.
talking about Kim and Kanye is a beautiful couple.
Yeah, that's weird.
and he comes in and all right,
Right.
bro.
That's fucking.
And there's these clips on it. You scroll through Instagram, there's
Look.
clips, whatever, and they talk about and Kim Kardashian was talking about. Basically, I like his vibe, and at that point, I was just DTF. I was like,
that's how it is.
oh my
Though.
god,
It be the people that be around you. They're not looking at, oh, I'm gonna get me a family like this. No, they're like, I'm gonna get this family.
What they
Fucking
say?
weird.
Look,
What-
Pete
what's that
Davidson
saying?
was in the back like this the whole time.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
up,
weird,
fuck
man.
Fuck up.
That's
Waiting
weird.
for you to fuck
dog.
up. Go on the fuck up.
Don't do
weird.
it. Don't do it. Just
Go ahead and do it.
slide in.
I'm just waiting. And I'm going to slide to the left,
That's weird.
slide to the right. I'm going to slide
What-
right on
what-
in.
What Future say? Sensational. That's what he is. That's how he feeling.
Entanglement.
That's weird, man.
And it's crazy because
And like the kids are old either. The kids they're young. They just had these fucking kids.
Well,
That's weird. They're like 3-4 years old, man. That's weird, man. That's weird.
they oldest Kanye and them, I think their oldest kid is what, 8?
They just
6,
had one.
7?
I don't
A
know.
while ago.
It's,
Yeah.
whatever.
They did just have one though.
That's weird.
Be a
Let's take
surrogate.
let's take a quick break.
And then we're
Um,
gonna go
come
into
back to
trivia for the
game
loop.
And trivia for the loop. Welcome back. Now we're gonna go into the trivia for the loop. Give me the loop. Give me the loop. I'm a bad man.
All right. So in trivia for the loop, there are 10 questions. You get 7 out of the 10 correct. We will donate to your charity of choice. But remember, you must get 7 correct. Question 1. This can be broken, but never held.
It's more a riddle. Riddle me this, Batman.
It's for me.
Yes.
Oh,
You are my participant
I'm
today.
So sorry.
You on the spot.
Like, now y'all got me on the spot. This can be broken but never held. Oh, you got me on that one. I wasn't prepared. Y'all should have gave me a week to study for
A
this
heart.
stuff. A heart was about to say.
That would be a promise.
Oh.
A promise can be broken, but it can never be held.
Oh,
Alright.
that's a good one.
Yeah, the heart was my answer for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Next question. What was Marilyn Monroe's
Come on.
natural hair
Really?
color?
Like I'm
Brown.
American.
Brown.
Yeah, I'm gonna say dark something. Not blonde though.
That blonde was light.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
That was a light blonde.
think
that was
was
that
That was
her.
platinum blonde.
Right.
I'm gonna say
peroxide.
dark brown.
No, that
Black.
would be red.
She was a redhead.
She is a
I'm
natural
sorry,
ginger.
I was not a Ginger Monroe fan. Don't know nothing about it but the mole. That's about it.
All right.
Wow. The Jimmy.
Question 3.
Jimmy.
Huh?
He claimed
That's the answer.
he could drive away the devil with a fart.
Unc's breath.
What the hell? How y'all expect me to know this stuff? There's some in-house jokes right here. I don't know this.
I don't know it either.
What the hell? He claimed he could drive away a devil with a fart.
Demi, matter of fact, she can.
We already know you don't know this one.
Martin Luther.
Not
He
King
was
Jr.
a not Martin Luther King
I
Jr.
was so about to be like, when he can't say this. What
Martin Luther was a
y'all can't hold that against me.
theologist.
Come on now. This don't count. I'll take the Marilyn
That
Monroe.
was he was the person they was all being Martin Luther's being named after, right? Right? I think so.
Yeah, a lot of
I
stuff
don't
got
know.
named after
I
him.
don't you know
Yeah.
this next one? I don't know it. I don't.
Next question is in St. Louis,
Represent
it's illegal for a firefighter to rescue who?
Cats.
Crackhead.
You know, I believe
Crackheads. Crackheads.
I'll set these up on purpose.
Crackheads.
In St. Louis, is that illegal for
Wait,
a
wait, wait.
firefighter?
Firefighter.
Go ahead and answer.
I'm
What's
gonna
that?
say
Prostitutes.
Oh wow! Don't say the prostitutes.
rescue.
They know what they did. They know what they did.
I don't know. You got me.
That would be
Animals?
undressed women,
Really?
even if they are wearing a nightgown.
Wow. So you was close, Nico.
Yeah, okay.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Put something on, or you gonna burn to death.
You just gonna burn.
You're gonna burn naked.
Put something other than change out of your moo.
Wow. Wow.
Next question. This Benedictine monk invented champagne.
I got y'all game. Y'all slick. Y'all got these answers, these riddles that no one knows the answer to.
That ain't us. That's Iesha.
Jeez.
Right. Iesha in here like the Riddler and everything. We know.
She like, you know, he
Nigga,
ain't gonna
we
get none of
Batman
these.
and we
He ain't gotta worry about
detectives in here.
donating to nobody calls. He ain't gonna get
She be
nothing.
thinking we detectives. We don't know this. She be going on deep Google for this on Wikipedia.
I have no idea either, man. So
Yeah, you got me on that one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna guess.
we drank the champagne.
Moet.
Nope.
Oh, hold on. Was it
Don Perignon.
Don Perignon.
Dang, he was the original. That
He was the
first.
original
He was a monk?
inventor.
He was
a
I didn't know
monk.
he was a monk either.
So I thought monks ain't supposed to engage.
They're
in no
not supposed to
alcohol.
have alcohol.
So he over here praying and getting sick all at the same time. All right, that's what's up.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
That's not a prostitute. How a naked woman a prostitute?
She's not a prostitute, man. Just 'cause she's naked. Come on.
I could be in my bed, sleep naked, and
Right.
the fire break out, and it's gonna.
He gonna
What
say
is-
that's a
burn.
prostitute. No, it's not. No, it's not.
All right. What is banned in public places in Florida after 6 p.m. on Thursday?
What the fuck?
Beaches.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm gonna play y'all
Bathrooms.
game. I'm gonna play y'all game. No, I got this.
Oh, you got it.
You can't fart in public. What's the answer?
Farting is the correct answer.
What? How did you do that?
I played her game.
He
I played
Googled
her game.
it.
I googled the answer while y'all was talking. That's how I got the answer. Play with me, that nigga.
All right.
What animal cannot stick its tongue out?
What
Cats.
animal? No, because then they got like sandpaper tongue.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
do,
they
yeah.
do. They do. They do.
What animal cannot stick their tongue out?
Dogs. I'm just lying.
Dang,
Animal.
that's crazy.
Animal.
Birds.
No, they
Panda.
they do. They do.
Hold on, give me like 12 more seconds. I'm thinking.
Gorillas.
You're just gonna guess.
I am.
He's just gonna go down the whole list.
What's at the St. Louis Zoo? Polar bears. Lions. Tigers. Bears. Oh
I
my.
hope there's no panda bears in the St. Louis.
There is. I
You
think
got
there
me
is.
beat. I don't know.
No, there's
All right.
polar bears. There's polar bears now.
That's going to be crocodiles.
Ain't nobody gonna think of that.
Wait, is that an animal?
That's a
or
reptile.
That's a
Yeah.
reptile.
It's still animal.
It's still an animal.
That's a reptile.
Man, y'all bending the rules now. You know, we gonna make sure.
You gonna lose. We gonna
this.
keep on.
Oh man.
Next question. According to Russian law, a homeless person must be where after 10
How would
p.m.
anyone know this?
In Russia,
so if
we
you're-
don't know this.
A homeless person must be where? If you're homeless, where can you be? You got to be at your shelter, I'm assuming, by 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Shelter,
Or
home.
Or wrapped up in your sleeping bag.
where you're dwelling.
On
we
a
don't call that
bench.
That-
I don't know.
I will accept either one of those answers because it is home.
If you homeless, how you at home?
That's two. Just so y'all know, that's
What
two.
the fuck? That doesn't make
A
sense.
homeless person is at home.
How-
All right.
Something ain't right here, bro.
Hey, that one I don't need Google for. You can't do no alcohol on Sunday. You can't do no alcohol.
Oh yeah.
But you're wrong.
For real? What is it?
What is it? Let's
Cornflakes.
see. Cornflakes.
It is illegal to sell cornflakes.
I bet you alcohol's on there too.
It probably is.
It probably is.
Because I know
You
Tennessee's
see
one
how
of those
she-
states.
Hey, you see how she's looking for certain?
Matter of fact, look in the camera. Look at the camera and say it.
See if cornflakes-
Shit, what is?
What
I'm-
is illegal to eat? Wait, what is?
What
illegal?
is illegal to eat with a cherry pie
Ooh,
in Kansas?
Ice cream?
Ice cream is correct.
That's fucked
Hey,
up.
we pretty dope.
cherry pie and ice cream fire.
That's
I don't even
fucked up.
understand
Right,
why-
it's good. They're dumb. Don't go there.
Don't go.
Thank you for playing.
Hey, did y'all know that there's a city out here called Why Not Arizona?
Don't go there.
Did y'all know that?
Say what, bro?
There's a city out here in Arizona called Why Not? I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
No, I did not know
It's
that.
literally
either.
called Why Not?
Wow.
Why not?
That's
My
crazy.
dad would be like,
Camera finna die.
my dad would be like, if you ask him why, no, he would be like,
Don't. You can't remember this.
Just why not?
No,
There you
no.
go.
I don't remember.
That's why
I
not.
honestly don't remember
Why
the
not?
first portion of the joke, but the second portion
But
is
then the
he'll be
joke-
like, "But I know why."
Oh.
"Oh, we don't know what you're talking about."
He
Right.
knows. He knows
Personal.
someone whose name is why.
Oh,
That was it right there. That was it.
oh, you go.
Took that home.
That's that first base shit. Who's on first? Who's on first? You ever heard that joke?
Mm-mm.
Remember the other day when that lady she was trying to tell that lady about the show on Netflix.
You.
The
Yep,
show
You.
you on Netflix.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
Laura Ingraham,
yeah.
she was like, "What? I don't have a show on Netflix. No, the show you on Netflix.
Yeah.
Me, I don't have."
That's like that Chris Tucker part in Rush Hour 3 when they're talking. That's the only part I watched in that whole
Oh,
movie.
man.
That had me on my back.
That lady had me dying, boy. She did not know what that dude was talking about. He was like, you know what? Just fuck it. But yeah, man. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Right on, John Thompson, for coming through.
Thank you, sir,
Now-
for having me. Thank you guys for having me.
I didn't make a joke about you being the coach of Georgetown, but I will.
Oh
do this
man, I
on the
was
way
waiting
out.
for it. No, please don't do it. I'm not related. I am
Right.
not related to the
Hey.
Georgetown coach by any means.
Hey, definitely. And his son coached for a little while too, right?
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
related to him either. I promise.
But the Thompson family is a big deal, man, and we wanted to welcome you. And you're not.
Yeah, the Thompson family is famous just in my own little way. You know, I have nothing to do with Georgetown in any capacity.
But that's dope as hell that was your name. I was like, "Dog,
Yeah,
we get
I
John
get it all
Thompson
the
in
time.
here."
I get it all the time. I get it all the time. So I'm used to it by now.
That's dope, man. But thanks for coming through, bro. And
Yes, sir.
and definitely let them know where to catch you and how to catch up with the group and how to donate and everything for the AYA.
Cash App, AYA 2018. Then we have the Zelle, which is the same thing. Just a website, ArizonaYouthAlliance.org. Also, check us out on the IG for Arizona at Arizona Youth Alliance. If you ever need any type of resources, communities that are suffering in any capacity, put your pride aside, put your egos aside. Let us help.
Let's do
If you
it.
guys have any ideas on what your community needs, then I also want to know how we can help. We are always in the business of helping others. So
That's real.
that's it. That's all.
That's real, man. We appreciate you, Mr. Thompson,
Thank you,
and
sir.
coming through. And the Arizona Youth Alliance, please make sure to look them up. Make sure to donate. Make sure to follow. Tune in next week, and let's get it going. Hold on. Oh, I'm messing that up. Why am I messing it up so bad?
All the way. It really is the most awkward silence.
It's like crickets right now.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to